Welcome, 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 all my poetry lovers, all my lovers of art. This is episode 10 of the Poet Circle. I'm Don like the morning sun, and this is where we dive into the mind of the poet. And we got some royalty in the building, okay? Again, we're not in the studio. So shout out to some sponsors real quick. The People's Last Stand. The Black Rose Band performs here every other Tuesday. So make sure y'all tap into them. And they are a restaurant / bar. So we just want to give them some love because they showed us some love, right? But today, entering in the Poet Circle, we have a poet, an actress, a mother, and we officially have the winner of the Dallas Entertainment Awards for Best Poet in 2025. This is why I say we got royalty in here. So I'm excited that she's gracing us with her presence, her aura, her essence. So please, if you're at home in your cubicle or in your car, please give it up for Sundae, the Griot. How are you?
Hey, girl. Hey.
Yes. If I had a live audience, well, I do. I got a live audience, but I want like a, real big, loud round of applause for you. So, I'm really just happy that you're here. How are you feeling?
Nervous, but excited.
Yeah.
Excited, hopeful, and blessed to be here, first and foremost. So.
That's what I'm talking about. And I'm also, this is actually pretty cool because this is your first interview, right? And
the
also,
very first one.
It's like it's like fresh off of the wind too. I get the exclusive here. You know what I mean? I get to ask you the question. So I want to know, since you won Best Poet for the DEA, how do you feel about that?
Honestly, unreal. I feel gratitude first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel welcome in this community. Mm-hmm. And that's really big for me because I feel like throughout life, I've always been sort of a floater. I've never really had a home. I've never really had a place. So to step into this in its infancy and be received so well and open with open arms has really been, it's really changed my frequency, my lens on life. So yeah. It's been a change. It's been a mind shift, an energy shift.
Yes.
It's really touched me in a place where not a lot of people get to touch me. So
hey, we're gonna get into your sensuality in just a minute because you speak it, you kind of exude that. But look, you said infancy, and that's a great question. Well, it leads into my next question. Mm-hmm. Because how long have you really been doing this thing called poetry?
So my first, I guess, official open mic would have been mid-June of 2025?
This is insane.
So we're just almost at a year. So
and bro. I had to bring that up because you were doing this for a year, and now inside of the year that you were doing it, you won Best Poet. Yeah. So that is freaking amazing. That is an accolade that I just hope that you just wear with a badge of honor because you earned that for sure. So I want to ask everybody that comes into the Poet Circle, when did you fall in love with poetry?
Oh, okay. So I know as creatives, we always bring this back to astrology. I'm an Aries and sometimes I'm hard-headed. So initially, the first time I fell in love with poetry and didn't really realize I was in love with poetry, my senior year of high school, we did, in English class, our final was like to write a sonnet. And when I tell you, girl, I was pumping them out. Yes. People were paying me to write their sonnets because nobody wanted to do it and pumping them out. And I'm thinking, oh, this is a quick little hustle.
Yeah, me too. I did the same thing, bro, literally.
And then, went on about life. I majored in theater education in college, and that's really where I get a lot of my performance training, theater education, and live theater. So I get out of school, I put all of the creative things on the background. I get to work, I get to grind, and I get to hustling, and I kind of just step away from that. And then I had a child, and postpartum hit me hard. Okay. And it was literally when I picked up my pen again, it was to save my life because depression was real. So I stepped out, went to my first open mic down here after writing a couple poems, and I rediscovered that love. And that second time around, I got to, I guess for the first time, really deliver my own message. When you're on the stage, it's cool delivering other people's messages. It's cool portraying other people's truths. But I guess I fell in love with portraying my own truth and being able to deliver that in these spaces. And it's just a whole different ball game. Poetry is a whole different ball game than reading somebody else's life.
Exactly. Exactly. It definitely is two sides to poetry. It's like we're giving them something. You know what I'm saying? Because the people that's coming to watch us, they need to be fed. You know what I'm saying? They need to be, their soul needs to be fed. So we're giving them something to them, but we're also giving something to us. You know what I'm saying? Because poetry is a special place in our hearts for a reason too. So it's two different journeys. So I'm kind of glad you touched on that. So first thing I like to do is talk about the voice of the poet, right? Because I feel like that's what we have foundationally, is that mic and our voice. You know what I'm saying? And how our voice comes through that mic and connects with the people in the audience, right? So for you, when I hear you spit, there is this like utmost femininity, you know, mother nature kind of, you know what I'm saying, vibe, aura and things like that. And I love it. It just comes in just through your tone. So I want to ask, where does that come from?
The mother in me. And it's funny that you bring that up because as a child that was heavily parentified, I've always tried to, I don't want to be anybody's mom.
Right.
I don't want to be anybody's mom. I don't want to guide anybody. And it comes naturally, girl. When I tell you firstborn daughter, firstborn granddaughter, I don't. And I think core of that is I really, like, my mother is alive, but I never grew up with like a mother. My granny tried to mother me, but that's something you have to receive. And because my mother was absent, I pushed that away. Yeah. If you're not my mother, I don't want it. So I think really just having to go through life mothering myself has really made me a mother by default long before I became a mother. So
it's in you, not on you.
It's in me, girl. It is in me.
I'm just saying because because it's a way a woman walks into the room. You know what I'm saying? You can feel, if her aura can fill that room, you can see what she's on. You know what I'm saying? And so like when you feel, I can feel like the nurturing aspect to you, especially when you are performing. So it's really cool to hear that. What did you grow up listening to? And you know what I mean? Like, because I think music and poetry are, you know, one and the same in the way of the message, in the way of the feeling. And I think I can hear, me personally, I can hear tempo in what people are saying. So I hear rhythm, and I just want to know what musical background that you have, that influences your poetry.
This is my question. I'm a music girl.
Talk that then. Talk that.
So first and foremost, blues. Blues is my first love. You know, I've been running out of time.
Talk.
Yeah.
Talk that.
Blues is my first love. Gospel. I'm a Texas girl, so I really love country music. I literally love Southern rappers. You know, Big X the Plug. Boosie Boo. Like
Boosie,
that's what we do.
Like,
yeah,
come on.
Yeah, you know, the OG's my father. My father's a rapper, and my all-time favorite rapper by all means. But yeah. Those are a lot of my musical entry. I'm also really into rock music, soft rock, psychedelic funk. Yeah, girl. I'm a Motown girly. Anything Southern, Black, country, a little bit of reggae in there.
So it's everything. Like,
everything. Like
everything. I get it, bro. I get it. Because we kind of need that. Versatility is like everything. You know what I mean? And you could tell the ones that are versatile. You know what I mean? Are you a reader?
So I won't say that I'm a reader in the traditional sense, but I am a person. First of all, I firmly believe if you don't know where you come from and you don't know the history behind things, you bound to repeat history over and over and over again. So in the traditional sense of sitting back, picking up a book, no. But I am a researcher. I like to know patterns. I like to know patterns. I like to know dates. I like to know history. So I do a lot of researching on that tip, but not necessarily, picking up books to read unless I have a point to pick up that book and read it because I know there's something in it that I need.
I get that. I mean? And so can you think, like, what's one of the main things that you've researched that has shaped your life and how you move in this life?
Where I come from. And I absolutely think, because you know how we, like, our history was erased. And thank God, I was raised by my grandmother who has a very close relationship with her grandmother and a very, and I know a lot more. I know a lot more about my history at 30 years old than the average Black American my age does. And I attribute that, number one, from growing up in a small town that keeps track of those type of records. Number two, having my grandparents there to really, file down the important parts for me. And there is chunks that are still missing. But I've done a lot of research on myself, on my family.
I love that. And it's so cool kind of saying that in the space that we're in right now with all this history in the room. You see, I see Martin Luther King over there, Malcolm, Eartha Kitt, you know what I'm saying? I got Louis Armstrong. Like, it's just, Black history is like, it's where it's at, bro. If we not diving into our Black history and teaching our kids about Black history these days, we can lose it. And we don't need to lose that. That's where the richness is. You know what I'm saying? That's when we become kings and queens. And like you said, we don't repeat.
We don't repeat those cycles over and over.
This is pretty cool. I'm just kind of, that was a spirit that came to me and came out and said that. So let's get into the inception of your work. When you're about to write a poem, what does Sundae need? What's the atmosphere around her to be able to commence her thoughts and start to write a poem?
I love this question. Okay. So a lot of people don't know this about me, but I'm a person that really thrives on physical exertion, whether that be, like a gym session, a hike, a big O. Once I get that tension off I'm an Aries, bro. I got that fight in me. And once that is, I'm over that hump. I don't know, the release.
I was going to say that same
The
word.
release, the almost like close to nirvana that I get after I get that out of my system. The pen move on its own. And that's what I need. I need physical exertion. I need to be tired. I need my mind silenced in a quiet space.
And bro, that is very, very interesting because for me, I don't know about exertion. I need to be, steady. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't be, now when I'm done, I might be tired. You know what I'm saying? Because then I exerted it the writing process is my exertion. Love so that's kind of cool that you start from exertion. You know what I mean? That's insane. It's deep. But then you also, it kind of shows your passion too. You know what I mean? Like, because if you letting it all, it's already out. You know what I mean? So like, you're kind of like going into second gear. That's what they call it. Because like when you're working out, you've exerted all you can, but you can go further. Absolutely. It's a mental thing. So that's very, very deep. That's very interesting. Now I do have, we had a few poems that I was looking at yours and I liked. But there's one poem that I kind of want to do a poem breakdown on. This would be my first one. Do you remember which one it was? The mic, the mic betray.
Don't protect me. And I really love that you chose that poem because I feel like when I first stepped into this, it was really just me kind of flexing my acting muscles a little bit. And that was the first poem that I really was like, no, let me be vulnerable on the mic. Let me bleed on the mic and
bleed, man.
Yeah,
man, man. So do you have that one?
Yeah, I do.
The other one.
Let's go.
Yeah, you can pull that up. While she does that, I want to shout out our sponsor because I don't know if you've seen what I got on. We want to see what's on the table right here. But I have a sponsor called THNK Well. And I want to read from it because I want to make sure I do it justice because I resonate with the message, the mission statement. And it's just fly too. So let's do this. So today I have on THNK Well. Here's why the brand resonates with me. THNK Well believes that our thoughts are the one thing we carry everywhere. They're the lens through which we heal, feel, and build the world around. And most of us are never taught to manage them. THNK Well exists as a reminder to be intentional about what you let take up space in your mind. And here's something that I love about this brand, because you'll notice there's no I in THNK Well, right? It's spelled THNK. This is because the moment the founder stopped building it for herself, she started building it for others. And then it expanded. So their apparel is high quality, comfortable, and built around one simple philosophy, and that's to that thoughts create worlds. So please choose wisely. So if you like what I got on, this one, she told me this wasn't even dropped yet. So I got some new stuff, the hat. So make sure you go to thinkwell.com, thinkwellstudio.com. And also on Instagram, it is thinkwellstudio, thinkwell.studio. So every human deserves to think well. All right. And we're going to put that in the description of the video too, so you guys can know where to find that stuff.
Exclusive.
You know what I mean? So like, look, we got a sponsor for the show. I'm really, really excited. And it's really comfortable. I don't know if you can see how cozy I am right now, But so you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. So what I want you to do when you do your poem, go stanza by stanza. So read a stanza, and then we're going to break that thing down. You know what I mean?
Got you.
All right, let's go.
So this is The Mic Don't Protect Me. The mic doesn't project me. It projects the bleep, I never stay out loud. So this is, essentially the thesis of the poem. This is the framework for the rest of it.
Yeah.
What I am presenting and how I really feel. So, that's the heartbeat of it.
Got you.
Next stanza. I say good evening. And the speakers boom back. She feels out of place everywhere she goes. Too loud, too soft, too big, too much. And this is where I introduce the contrast in real time.
Yes.
I say, hi, I am so happy to be here. And the mic betrays me. She almost stayed home, staring at her reflection, picking at her stomach like the enemy she can't beat in the gym. And this is where I would say I open up the door to real vulnerability, because we don't, as women, we don't want to talk about our bodies openly. Mm-hmm. So yeah, this is the introduction of the vulnerability throughout the piece. When I say I'm strong, the reverb hisses, she is exhausted. Strong ain't a gift, it's a sentence, and she didn't choose it. It was welded in her bones when her mother failed her. So this, I would say, is me challenging the idea of strong, because in my own personal experience, people seem to look at me, see that, and think that it's a compliment. But I beg the question, what is strong when you didn't have a choice? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And when I say I love my daughter, the speakers confess she is terrified that Uzi will ever feel unloved the way that she once did. Every hug is a war against the blood in her timeline. This is the introduction of this. This is generational for me. It's a very enlightening thing to have to lay a parent to rest while they're still breathing.
Wow.
And that's really what this stanza is about. I don't want that to ever be my daughter's story. Mm-hmm. So, this is where that contrast, that juxtaposition meets the generational piece. The next one, I laugh, light and polite, and the mic cracks my mask wide open. She is tired of men's eyes measuring her body like the rent is due, tired of being fine as bleep and still underestimated. And this is what I meant earlier when I said I have this thing with being perceived. Well, I did have this thing with being perceived. The poetry is really healing that. I done got to a place where I'm like, perceive me, B. I don't know.
Yeah, talk that.
But when I stepped into this, I did have an issue with being perceived, for the potential of maybe being perceived incorrectly. Mm-hmm. And also just being a woman and being an attractive woman in these male-dominated spaces. It feels like sometimes you can be reduced to your sexuality. And don't get me wrong, I play into it because it sells tickets. But
Get you in the seats, bro.
but like it does. Like it gets old being reduced down to like your sexuality when you so much more than that. You
Right.
know?
Right.
And when I say I'm chosen, the mic doesn't sugarcoat it. She's been chosen for every test God could think of. Poverty, betrayal, heartbreak, physical and emotional assault, and still she shows up shining. But don't ask her how many times that she almost quit. This stanza is, I guess, the most meaningful for me on a personal tip. Because when people see me, and I'm aware of how I come off, I'm polished, I'm put together. But I do feel like people don't really understand what it takes to show up like that every time, especially when the cross is so heavy sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's what that stanza, is kind of pointing to. The next one. The crowd claps for the words that I speak, but the truth don't rhyme, and it don't fit neat into stanzas. It bleeds ugly and it drips shame. It moans in the back of my throat, and it dares me to swallow it whole on this stage tonight. This is, I guess, a mic drop of sorts, a reclamation of the contrast that we've been feeling throughout the poem.
Yes.
So I grip the mic tighter. If it's gonna out me, then let it scream. She is scared, she is scarred, and she is sacred anyway. This is me taking ownership of everything that we've talked about. Because if it's gonna come out anyway, it's gonna come out on my terms. Because there's something about the truth. When you shine a light on your own shadow, there's nothing anybody can do to make you scatter like a cockroach. Mm-hmm. And that's what that's about. That's me reclaiming all of this. And if the room shifts quiet, then good. Let them sit in the silence of uncomfort. Let them choke on the fact that I am both wound and weapon. I said the mic does not protect me, but it does make sure that you hear me, all of me. And yeah, this is the resolution. The mic is not a shield, but a magnifying glass of sorts. People see what they see when you walk in the room, but the mic makes sure that everyone knows the why. So yeah.
I love it. She said, what is softness without teeth?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So, I ain't gonna say
that. Men say it.
So,
say what you gotta say.
It's the duality in it all, because really, like, I come across soft put together, but when you really peel back the layers, bro, like, I really get like that. And for real. Yeah. And I feel like we as people walk around with this mask on, and we want it to be light, and we want it to be polite, and we want it to be digestible. But what is all of that if you're doing that with somebody that can't handle the fire, that can't handle your pain, that can't sit in the shadow with you? Mm-hmm. I mean, what does it mean, really? Mm-hmm. So that's what I mean by...
I like that. And what I loved most about the poem was the juxtaposition, right? Course. And just to put y'all on, this is a poetry word right here, but juxtaposition is basically two opposing ideas that you're putting right next to each other to, one, dramatize what we're trying to say. Like, I'm trying to make it dramatic enough where you can feel it, where you can see where I'm coming from. So it's a technique, it's a skill to use two opposing ideas back to back. And then you see, like you said, duality, right? But I also call it yin and yang. So yin and yang is, the good and the bad, the two opposites merging in harmony. So being that if you are really in tune with your yin and your yang, it could be feminine, masculine, it could be sun and moon, whatever it is, you get in tune with it and you learn the balance,
Yes,
right? You see what I'm saying? Like,
girl.
oh, it's on. I got it tatted on me. It's on my back.
Yeah.
So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yin and yang. If you tap in though, it makes you powerful. You know what I'm saying? It makes you, because when what you're talking about, that's why I loved it. Because like you said, you at the end, you're owning it, right?
Yeah.
You owned it at the end. You're like, you know what? F it. I'm this and I'm that.
This
but
and
because
I'm that.
I am this, I know this. You know what I'm saying? You can't have one without the other. And that's what makes you powerful.
Man.
You being able to step into both.
Man.
And you know, it's just, you was talking that talk. So I love that about your poetry.
Man.
So I have 2 more questions for you. So one, I have a movies and music segment. And so I want to know really right now, like it can be old or new, but what is your favorite song right now?
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? That you be jamming every day. It could be old or new. Don't matter.
Every day.
On repeat. I would
Be
say
Alive by Beyonce.
Which one?
Be Alive by Beyonce. It feels so good to be alive.
Beehive. The Beehive's gonna love you. The Beehive's gonna love you, bro.
But can't nobody knock it if they tried. This is hustle personified. Look how we've been fighting to stay alive. Yeah, but that's my song.
Talk right now. Okay. Just so you know, I'm Beehive. I love Beyonce, bro.
Yeah.
Like down. Okay.
Same girl.
My favorite song, bro. Do you know who Sienna Spiro is?
I don't. Put me on.
She is. I think she UK from the UK. All them UK artists is really killing us R&B. You know,
banger after banger after
Sasha
banger.
Keeble. You know what I'm saying? Quan, all of them. You know what I'm saying? But no, you gotta check her out. Like she has this raspy voice and this like passion, this pain that she's singing from. You know what I mean? That I feel like I know all too well, and then I can gravitate towards. But she has this song called "The Visitor," and her lyrics just be hitting, bro. She be like, she said, "We lay on towers on rented time. I'm yours for hours, but you're always mine." And then she says, "Say that you love me. Say I'm all that you need. But in the back of my mind, I know I'm temporary. You're holding me for the night for some pleasure. But if that's all we are, just know I'll always be a visitor in your arms." And she says, "I want to be remembered, so I get hysterical. I want to be that one thing, something special to you. Say you won't forget me, but you always do." So when she was like,
"You such a lover girl,"
I get that on every episode. They tell me that, bro. Cause like, bro, she's like, "I want to be remembered, so I get hysterical. Like I'm gonna go crazy if you don't remember me.
Yeah,
like I'm gonna go dumb." So no, she really, I think she gets me. And Sienna Spiro, you gotta check that out. Check that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna check her out.
So okay, let's end with this. I always ask poets, and writers, what they really do it for. What's their why? Because, like, again, we write for the audience. We're trying to give them a show. We're trying to give them something that they can feel. But there's a reason that you do it. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason you pick up the pen and you are, I just want to know what you're exploring while you're getting into your, really getting into your bag.
Girl, it's the mother in me, but I do what I do for the kids. And ultimately that's what I want to do. We have all these spaces, these open mics, these workshops for of age poets, but I want to reach the kids that don't have access to this. Because I come from a place where, baby, if you don't get out right after high school, pregnant, drugs, pen. Ultimately that's what I want to do.
So I challenge you on this one, because when you say it's for the kids, I love that. I think that in a way it's still external, because I feel like, that's for them, right? There's something that when we write, there's something that's for us. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if you know what that is. I don't know if you know.
As I said, this is in its infancy, and this answer may change later down the line. But right now, in this very moment, not writing for therapy, but I am writing for therapeutic purposes.
Okay.
I'm writing for my inner child. I'm writing for the grandmother that I at one point will be. But yeah, I'm writing for my past self and my future self. And I don't know where that's going. I'm not going to pretend to know. But I know it's going to be beautiful when I get there. So stay tuned.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Hey, look, we're already at the end. I want to say thank you so much for gracing the Poet Circle. You are beautiful. You're gorgeous inside and out. Yeah. So, hey, look, this was episode 10 of the Poet Circle. I just had Sundae the Griot in our at the people last stand. So keep writing, keep creating, and find the poet within. Always. Peace.
Sit back, relax, let me do it for you. I set the tempo with my tongue, slow jam rhythm. Let your body catch the cue. I don't rush, I remix. Turn your bass line into lyrics. Swallow your melody, oh so thick. You'll sweat my throat and instrument. Every stroke, that's a verse. Every swallow, a hook. Your moans keep spinning, never shook. Lay on wax like an open book. See, I don't just play the part, I compose it. I orchestrate the rise and the drop. Tongue on your tiptoes, don't pop. Spit, string, shot, and throw. Grip so tight, I drain who you want me. Make you bust on sight. So sit back, relax. Let me do it for you. By the time I'm done, you'll swear this head has a soundtrack. Moans and surround sound, our pleasure on wax. I'll leave you breathless, slumped and off key, but dreaming, begging for an encore with me. Spread wide, open up, let me taste every drop of you. Won't you